You are now about to witness the strength of street knowledge.
Let him cook. Let him cook now. Let him cook. I said let him cook.
Make sure y'all tap in with Let's Yap About It podcast, man. The real dynamic. Now y'all tune in to Let's Yap About It. This ain't no podcast, it's a problem cast. I go by the name Fat Pimp Texas, very own. Hey man, tell your baby mama I'm looking for her. Tell your wife I'm looking for her. That's what it is, man. Let's Yap About It, man. This ain't no podcast, it's a problem cast. Fat motherfucker Pimp, let's go, man.
If you don't know, man, you tuned in to Let's Yap About It. Even though I don't talk, but you got something to say. Stuck emotions out now.
Yeah. Let's yap about it. Yeah. Let's yap about it. Yap About It podcast. Yeah. Starring Raw Bass. Let's yap about it. Yeah. Let's yap about it. Let's yap. Let go. Let's yap. We in the mix. Fit too savage. Let's yap about it. Was so living, had to pray for all of my children. Now the whole world be listening. Talk to niggas from prison. Spoke how they was living, how the COs be tripping. Bitch. Rappers losing on the back end because promoter dudes keep dipping. Seen the show when the dude started out of bloods, then start cripping. Stripper niggas stop tipping, out of game niggas stop flipping. Bad attitude, so he had to move just to keep his ass out of prison. Seen a show about a young hoe, fucked on a sister, man, no apology. Let's yap about it. If the bitch come around me, she can holler at me. Check my Instagram, she was following me, cause she knew I be where them dollars be. Rapid funds, but I keep it going, I fuck you up, no apologies. It too savage, savage like music.
What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? We are back. We are back, man. Listen, we got a lot to talk about tonight. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We got so much to talk about tonight, man. There's been so much happening within the media, man, but we want to touch bases on some things. We got a lot to talk about. But first, I want to say rest in peace. Rest in peace. I want to give a big round of applause, man, for Angie Stone. Grammy-nominated R&B singer Angie Stone, a member of the female hip-hop trio, The Sequence, and known for her hit song, Wish I Didn't Miss You, was killed early Saturday in a car crash. She was 63. She's a part of Black history. wrote some of the most greatest songs that I could ease my mind and relax to, man. One of our black queens, man. Special shout out to her. You know what I'm saying? Much love. But tonight we got a loaded show tonight, man. Listen to me. We're gonna talk about this. Listen. Black Samm, tucked in Crip Rockstar 2800. Nipsey Hussle brother Black Samm goes off on West Boulevard, Crip Rockstar 2800. He said anybody who don't get it cracking on people who disrespect Nipsey Hussle can't come around no more. But I want to explain some things, and we're gonna take the Crip and the blood off the table, but we're gonna talk about morals, values, and principles as men tonight. And we also gonna talk about Tank Davis. Listen, Tank Davis gets the brakes beat off of him. Tank Davis was seen after the fight searching for excuses, and he found one and let the world know it was hair grease or whatever curl activated juices, you know what I'm saying, that blinded him, that made him bend down to the floor. He dropped down and got his Tim Tebow on, but we're gonna address that tonight. Also, we want to talk about this. We see Future. Alleged side piece comes crying to the net. Yes, man, she came to the net crying, boo-hooing. Listen, we ain't doing no tripping on that. Who do you believe, Future or this pure innocent angel that feels she was being taken advantage of? We're going to talk about that tonight. Also, we got to talk about this too. And I feel like that we got to talk about this and address this. Why are breakups on the internet the norm now? When it comes to black men, women, and relationships, they always have to publicly end bad on the internet. Is this a trend, or will this continue? You know what I'm saying? Or is it going to end soon? I just want to know y'all opinion. Look, what I'm going to do is, look, they got my boy Tran. Shout out to my boy Tran, man. He always tapping in all the way from Sacramento. Got to give him some love. I want to say this too. I'm going to post this in the chat. So if y'all want to become a part of tonight's conversation, let's have it. I'll bring you up. You know what I'm saying? Please come on up. We want to hear what y'all got to say, because I told you this platform is specifically for you guys. Now, without further ado, let's get to it. Let's get it cracking right now. Listen. Black Samm tucked in Crip Rockstar 2800. Now check this out. He could have put him to sleep, you know what I'm saying, and tucked him in, but at the end of the day, he didn't do that. He kept it regular. He actually made sure that the man crossed the street very safely, most respectable. And I have to give Black Samm his card. And we definitely gonna tap in about this tonight, man. Listen, I want to say this, and I want to start the conversation off. And before we start this conversation off, I want you to see exactly what happened and how this all got started. Check this out. For real. Y'all check this out.
I'm about broke, nigga. Show me though, nigga. I don't know. Disrespectful. You talking and smiling, nigga. Disrespectful, bro. Did you get cracking? My niggas getting cracking. That's what I'm talking about. Don't listen, bro. Don't get on and be cool with It's a family affair. Let's clear it out. Let's clear it out. This is a family affair. This is a family affair. Love you, Black Samm. Come down there, Mahalo. It ain't supporting me, nigga. Get cracking for bro, nigga. That's what it's about, nigga.
Now, I want to say this, and I want to get to this, because there was a lot of politicking that's going on over there on the West Coast, but I also want to bring this to your attention, too. Now, check this out. A lot of people had something to say. Christopher Lovejoy, he known out there on the West Coast. Check this out.
Are we on here? Rockstar. Yeah, you need to hang it up, bro. You know what I mean? Under no circumstances do you let a man get in your face and talk to you like that. It don't matter what the situation is. It don't matter if that's your father, you know, a relative, a cousin, a daddy, whoever. But don't nobody supposed to be able to disrespect you in your face like that. You know, you was marked out, bro. You look like a straight buster. You can't never talk tough to nobody, bro, in life. They're gonna always bring. I couldn't end the video because it's a lot wrong with that video. You know, now you got Black Samm, you know, giving this man orders, you know, to go do something. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy, bro. Like, you got a man telling a 40-year-old man to go slide, like, and he's like, I am like that. I am on that. These niggas busters, bro. This shit, hey, bro, listen. Ain't no nigga ever got in my face and raised their voice at me like that, bro. That's crazy, bro.
His last
word. I don't like to get into crip business, but bang that, Black Samm pressed the fuck out of Rockstar, bro. Like, I fuck with Rockstar though, but like, we straight. But like, blood, I ain't gonna lie, crip business, Black Samm pressed the fuck out of blood. Jesus, stay focused, Black Samm.
Yo, check this out, Rockstar. Hey, listen, homie. Some things you bring on yourself. Stop mentioning my name. Nigga, when you got up there and start calling me, wanted to tell me people you seen up there, I told you what you calling me about, bro. That wasn't my business. I done already had a Marathon Burger, bro. I done supported Marathon Burgers a month ago. Whether they knew it or not, or whoever liked it or not. But nigga, like, stop mentioning my name, homie. Black Samm ain't said my name one time. When you hit me, telling me who's dead, you see this and this, and I think I see the nigga J-Rock and all this weird shit. Stop, bro. Stop mentioning my name, bro. Because dude didn't mention my name. You get what I'm saying? He hollered at you like a man. I wouldn't give a fuck who name he mentioned, right? Who you thought it was or wasn't. He marked you out and he handled you, bro. And ain't no man, ain't no crip, no blood, no hoover, no Paru gonna sit here and say that's how that's supposed to go. Dude did it how he wanted to do it, and you tucked your tail, bro. But stop, nigga. You done been on my phone since you left there. You done did all that, bro. And I told you, hey, listen, homie, stop. I don't know if you on the phone with the police. I don't know what you on. But I ain't told you to go play private eye for me about nothing and nobody. What's crazy is, I got to keep it all the way gangster, is the boy Black Samm must have felt something in his heart. Because if they would have known what you really was doing, right, it probably would have went there. Right? So stop acting like you've been lobbying for a position with me for years, bro. Begging me for help. Threatening to throw your homies under the bus. You done poured up on me, bro. I done took you to eat when you was broke with no gas money, homie. Stop mentioning my name, homie. Whatever you dealing with, nigga, deal with it, nigga. Like any other man gonna deal with whatever's in front of him, homie. It was in front of you. It was in front of you. But one thing I can say, bro, that man's intuition was working. Because you damn sure was on some backdoor shit. And if I was on that, you was damn sure reporter #1, nigga. Some real shit, nigga. I ain't paying that no mind. Whatever dude them doing, I wish them the best of luck. They can handle their business, but nigga. But stop playing with me, bro, before I let it all go. Go your way, little dude, and just go. What you just say? Your homie just calling Black Samm to line it up. That's what you just said on Clubhouse, right? You ran right to Clubhouse. All right, then go over there and handle your business. Right? Go handle your business, homie, but stop mentioning my name.
Now, I want to talk about this, man, and I want to bring on a special guest. Shout out to my boy, man, Big John. What's up with it, man?
What's the word?
Man, man, is so much going on right now, man. I looked at this situation with Black Samm, and I felt like he did what he was supposed to do. Now, with Rockstar 2800, I feel like conversation rules the nation, but I also say that conversations rule situations too. And I felt like at the end of the day, there's some fuckery going on. Now I want to say this: take the blood shit off, take the crip shit off the table. Let's just talk about this situation. We talking about the marathon. We talking about a grand opening. Everybody's there, children there, and things like that. Now, me as a black man, you know what I'm saying? Whatever issues or whatever, this is a place of business, right? place of business, kids, children, mothers, grandmothers, everybody's celebrating the positive energy. Then you come with this right here. You know what I'm saying? It could have went all the way left because we seen the situation that happened with Nipsey Hussle, right? So now you come here with all this drama and chaos amongst people that's actually trying to have a good time. I feel like you all the way wrong in this situation. And as a man, Sam stood for his business, which he clearly didn't come to support. He came on some rah-rah shit. And can I say this, man? It's always the brokest niggas who always want to start the most shit. I could be wrong, but I'm gonna let you speak on this situation, man. John, what do you think in this situation? Let us know what you think, big dog.
Hey, man, it shows that why we at the bottom of the barrel as a race. Yeah, you don't see no Mexican cartel doing that. You don't see no white people doing that. You don't see no Asians doing that. It's always the blacks.
I feel like Sam did it right. I mean, he tucked him in. I mean, he didn't do nothing. I mean, he didn't, you know what I'm saying, get it cracking right then and there in this situation. He actually was professional. Yes, he actually stood on business right then and there and then just escorted him across the street. You know what I'm saying? He made sure he made it across the street safe. It could have really went left in that situation. And you forget at the end of the day, that's a man first before anything. And then he's standing in front of his business. You know what I mean? Look at what happened with the marathon situation out there where it was, and look what happened. So now here we go. We trying to open up something different, and here you come with this bullshit. And at the end of the day, and I'm gonna say this, I felt like this. He was put up and he was gassed up. Nobody's gonna say who, but I felt like he was gassed up to go up there and to create chaos and disorder like niggas do to create a whole situation that was gonna fuck that vibe and fuck that day up. That's just me.
All right. But you know what's crazy?
Talk to me.
Why that man didn't have no problem when he was alive? Why all of a sudden motherfuckers want to expose him and all this other extra shit come out after he passed away and can't defend himself?
You know, that's weird activity to me. And that's always been weird because if you look at it, he was a focused black brother. And if you ever heard Nipsey Hussle speak, right? And even of his whole family, they were about business, growing, entrepreneurship, and shit like that. And then for you to come along and then have this problem like they really had a problem, it really wasn't no problem. I think it was just a whole bunch of hate and envy. You know what I'm saying? You know, we live in the land of hatred amongst our own. But I think at this situation, Black Sam wasn't having that, man. And I think it could have really, really went left, especially when everybody was telling him to go about his business. You know what I'm saying? Nobody yelled and was on some, like, you know what I'm saying, jump you type shit. Everybody was like, yo, man, go
So,
ahead about
so
your
what did he
business.
come up there saying? The phone was muted and I couldn't really hear what he was saying. What happened?
Well, basically, this is the situation with Whack 100 talking about this, about the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Having beef with Nipsey Hussle and claiming that he got a sex tape. That right there, you hanging with this guy. So basically, you're an enemy. Basically, if you siding with the same person that has always had something negative to say about Nipsey Hussle, and now you over there hanging with him, and now you coming over here, it's like you playing both sides. Just like I said, conversation rules the nation, and conversation do rule situations. And I felt strongly in this situation, he got put up to that. But I think he underestimated the power and not just of his organization and what he represents as far as Crip, but it was just the neighborhood saying, nah, we not having that here. We just not having that here, man.
Right. Okay. But yeah, that's it. Black never said nothing when that man was alive. Ever since he died, everybody got something to say. That's weird.
I think we're in a clout filled generation. Me and my homies had some conversations today about that, right? Now, and I can use you example, John. Now, I've known you for a long time. You know what I'm saying? I know where you stand. You're not hot and cold with people. Either you with them or you know what I'm saying, or you don't fool with them. Now, would it look like me sharing a friendship with you? And then I'm playing both sides. So I'm over there hanging with these people. You know, I'm a loyal person when it comes to loyalty, man. If it's a situation where you may have an issue with somebody, I'm not gonna fool with that person until you clear that up. You know what I'm saying? And that ain't a disrespect to them. It's like, hey man, I don't have nothing to do with that situation. Y'all clear that up. Y'all speak as men or whatever. And then when you tell me, oh, okay, Rob, it's straight and it's cool, then I can go ahead and handle my business like I'm supposed to. You see what I'm saying? It's a difference. You can't come, especially when you hanging with a dude that disrespected his brother who's now dead. Then you come over here with them problems, bro. Like, nah, come on, bro. You couldn't have thought that you was gonna be respected and accepted in that situation. Come on, man.
Right.
It just
Okay.
goes to show you about what loyalty is these days, and loyalty ain't worth two flies smashed together. But I also want to bring up my boy Lamb. Shout out to my boy Lamb real quick. I want to hear what he got to say about the situation because I know he's out there on the West Coast, and I really want to know your opinion and
Yeah.
what's going on with that situation, man. Lamb, talk to us, man.
Yeah. Can you hear me, Robert?
Yeah, I can hear you, big dog.
Yeah. I was trying to my best to follow. Can you fill me in 2 seconds?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. Can you just fill me in 2 seconds?
Oh yeah. Basically, Black Sam got into it with who's Nipsey's Hustle brother. He got into it with a blogger, Rockstar 2800, and it seems like he's playing both sides with Whack 100, and he's playing both sides of the fence. And I think that's a bad situation to put yourself in because it could have ended bad.
To my knowledge, I know WAC 100 had affiliations with Soldier Boy.
Yeah, that too. The blood and crip thing, but I feel like at the end of the day, you playing both sides. You can't hang with somebody that diss somebody that's from the same crip territory, especially if you claim that you about your business, especially when it comes to the loyalty of Nipsey Hussle.
Okay. Can this relate to two labels, two sides in Memphis today? I
Like,
was listening to incarcerated rapper Young Dolph.
nah, it's similar. It's just basically people playing both sides, and you have to pick a side. And if you don't pick a side, people are gonna feel like you're with somebody,
Okay.
and that's in culture anyway. I mean, loyalty is loyalty. Take the blood and crip off the table. If you stand for something and you standing in the right of somebody and you supposed to be loyal to them, you don't go backdoor somebody else and then try to hang with them. And like he's as Whack 100 was saying, he was like, "Hey man, I didn't tell you to go over there and do all that, but I felt like there was an issue." To go to that situation. I felt like he was in the right of whatever he did, but he was being led by somebody. I think he was actually had the key in his back to go over there to cause problems. That's just me personally.
Sounds like underlying intentions.
Oh yeah, of course. It's gonna be underlying tensions when it comes to money, especially when Whack 100 said that he was broke. You know what I'm saying? Because now he's throwing him up under the bus in this situation. He told him, he was like, man, you was broke and running around and this and that and trying to get him to put him on. I felt like he was used as a pawn on the chessboard because nobody's sticking with him at this point. He's on an island all by himself.
So, can I say I was listening to a lot of straight drop today,
Mm-hmm.
and this is the man who is receiving not a lot of good attention because of what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I shared with you that I did go to the Dolph concert, but I listened to a lot of straight drop because I wanted to get into his mind. I'm like, what was he thinking? I was listening to a track from 6 years back, 2 years back, 3 years back,
Mm-hmm.
and I was just trying to find little clues, a little foreshadowing because that's what people do now. And I was specifically listening to this track called Slide. It straight drop mentioned the word dolphin, and I just listened to the enunciation, how he said it, body language. He's shooting a video,
Mm-hmm.
and after the track was over, I just was left with a feeling that, like, wow, like,
I'm gonna say
this is
this.
a dude who sounded like he did it.
And,
He's
and
going to do
and
it.
and make no mistake about this, right? When you see guys like this, we look at Drakeo, what's his name? Drakeo
The
the
ruler.
ruler. he got backdoored in that situation, got put in a bad situation. I felt like that's exactly the same thing. And looking at that situation with Black Sam, the same thing that was going on with Nipsey Hussle. It looked like almost a spitting image of something that was going to be created out of nothing, and it was going to turn into something. I look at all the rappers, and it seems like there's always an underlining, always something negative that's going to put a black man in a disadvantage, especially when it comes to a whole bunch of drama. And I think that this point of where we are in our society, especially in rap hip hop culture, beef is beef is basically formally accepted, but at the end of the day, everybody that's rocking is gonna lose. If you lose the breadwinner, then you lose all the money. When you lose the money, you lose the jobs, the opportunities, and everything. And I think in this situation, like you said, you opening up a burger joint, the Marathon Burger, right? Here we go again. And now look at this situation that happens on a grand opening. You know what I'm saying? I think that where we got to go as far as our mentality, we got to get. And I'm gonna speak raw because this is the Raw podcast. We just got to get rid of the nigga mentality. That's just point blank, plain and simple. Get rid of the nigga mentality, then we'll be able to focus and be able to celebrate everybody, no matter whether you blood, crip, vice lord, GD, whatever. We'll be able to thrive.
So Nipsey Hussle has his store, and then Soulja Boy has opened his label store. He's opened up a second one in Southern California.
See what I'm saying? Let the opportunity grow amongst our people. John, let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Do you see the situation turning worse, or do you think that it's just gonna let sleeping dogs lie?
Uh, to be honest with you, I don't see it unless it's something. Say, for instance, like if he repeatedly comes back or repeatedly, you know, just try to slander that man's name, then yeah.
Mm.
But other than that, man, I feel like it's just some clout chase, and I want to be on the internet shit. Like I want to go viral.
Well, we're gonna see within the next couple of days where this goes because, like I say, this was a big moment. It's now viral. You know what I'm saying? It's been on all the blogger sites. So we gonna see what's happening. And Lamb, listen, man, I appreciate you for tapping in with me, man. We gonna rock. We finna go ahead and get this show continue going, man. Appreciate you for tapping in, Lamb, for real, for real.
Yes, sir, Robert. I also emailed your clothing company's website my address.
Okay, cool. We gonna rock out, and I'm gonna get that sent out to you tomorrow.
Trucker hat on the way.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, I want to say this. Check this out. You want to go to part 2? Listen, I don't know if y'all watched the fight yesterday. Tank Davis, you know what I'm saying? He lost that fight. You know what I'm saying? Most people may say, oh, it's controversy, yada, yada, yada. But Tank Davis lost. And then he was searching for the excuse. He said he had grease in his eye and what have you from his braids and whatnot. I honestly feel like that. I feel like right now in boxing, if you look at the last couple of fights, there's always been excuses. I could be wrong, but that's just exactly where I see boxing. And I feel like right now, Jake Paul is taking over boxing. Jake Paul taking it to the hole, man. I mean, he's getting the biggest paydays fighting, you know what I'm saying, older fighters. And it seems like the boxing division right now is in trouble. What say you? That's just me.
Yeah, boxing is trash, especially when you got the judges judging the way they judge. Yeah, that's how I see how people can gamble.
I think boxing is tainted. I mean, Tank
That
Davis is
shit
a good
rigged.
fighter. I mean, he's a good fighter, but I think for the time being of what was on that situation with Roach, I think Roach gave him a run for his money, and I don't think he was prepared for him because when I looked at the fight and I started looking at the highlights and different things like that, he's a great counterpuncher, and I think Javante Davis wasn't expecting him to be as quick as he thought. He you know what I'm saying? I don't think he thought he was that quick.
You know why he lost? Because
Talk
that
to
boy
me.
came out with Dipset. But that shit was trash.
It was ruled a draw. You know what I'm saying? But do you think that he's going to redeem himself and try to fight him again at this point?
I don't think so. It ain't. He'll do better trying to fight Haney or Shakur. Because he already, basically, everybody sees him already lost to Roach. The judges say,
I think it's going to be hard because, I mean, if he drew with Roach, I don't think he's going to be prepared for Shakur Stevens or Haney, to be honest with you. I mean, if you look at this fight, I think he clearly lost. However, I don't know exactly if he's going to be able to go the distance. You know what I'm saying? Especially with those two great fighters. I mean, because Roach proved himself to be an elite fighter. If you ask me, if you just really want to be honest. So
yeah, it showed that he had it, before the fight, Tank had this aura. Like he was just the strongest in that division. He was knocking everybody out in the 7th, 8th round. So that took a little away from his aura. So you probably gonna have to beat somebody real bad and then fight somebody else. But I don't think he's gonna fight Rush no more. He's not ready.
but we gonna see in the upcoming, you know what I'm saying? I mean, he made the announcement about him having to take you know what I'm saying, a bow or Tebow knee to keep from getting knocked out because of the grease. But a friend of mine made an interesting point about him having Vaseline in his face. So a lot of times, you know, I mean, I'm not saying that it can't happen, but it's just, you know what I'm saying, just convenience as far as him, you know, saying this right now. And then you got Shakur Stevenson, who's been trying to, you know, make a name as far as getting in his face to to create a fight for him. So I don't know what's going to happen with him. I don't know if he's going to take a little time off to reevaluate his skill levels or whatever, because I think Shakur Stevenson could have a possibility of beating him.
Right. I think really all of them some sucker because they all be ducking each other.
That I think that we talked about that today. Me and my friend of mine, we talked about that today. We feel like that division, everybody's ducking each other and don't want to fight. And I feel like that's what's caused boxing to be exactly at the all-time low to me as it is. Yeah, I feel like if you the best, beat everybody and make a name for yourself. Don't
Right.
sit here and try to pick and choose and cherry pick your fights. That's just me.
Yeah. If I'm number one, shit, let me whoop number two, let me whoop number three.
Come on, man.
All down the line.
I hope this next fight he chooses Haney or Shakur Stevenson because I feel like if he doesn't, then I feel like I think he's gonna try to play it safe because I think he got 3 or 4 more fights left. I think he's gonna try to play it safe and try to retire undefeated with that draw on his belt. That's just me.
What you think about Canelo and Crawford?
That's gonna be a good fight. Canelo is battle tested. Terrence Crawford battle tested. I think it's gonna be when it comes down to it, who has the most power. Because I don't think that either is gonna want to give up as far as, you know what I'm saying, going toe to toe. But I'm kind of leaning towards Canelo because of his power.
Yeah, that's been my boy. Carrot Top been my boy since day one.
Canelo got the skills to pay the bills. Terrence Crawford, don't get me wrong, elite fighter, great fighter. But when coming up against Canelo, man, I think he's very entertaining. Um, I think he likes to punish his opponents, and I think he likes to do it with style. That's just me, and I've always picked Canelo to be, you know what I'm saying, one of the top fighters of all time. You know what I'm saying, even though he lost to Mayweather, nonetheless. But to me, it seemed like he got stronger and better after that. You know what I mean? So yeah. So we're gonna see. We're gonna definitely see in the upcoming, I guess in the upcoming months to see if he go ahead and set it up with either or. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to him though, definitely. But I wanted to talk about this too, man. And this was an interesting subject. Future side piece comes crying to the internet You know, who do you believe, Future or this pure innocent angel that feels she was being taken advantage of? But I want to let everybody tap in and you tell me what you think. And I'm just gonna play a little bit of the audio and y'all chime in and drop in the comments. Hey, you think she's innocent or you think she's guilty or you think that this is just all because we did hear him in the background, but at the end of the day, I feel like she was just clout chasing. And I think actually, if she was along for the ride for 5 years, I think she knew exactly what she was doing. But y'all tell me, y'all check this out.
Have my page deleted. So if you know, go follow my other page. But it's like, at the end of the day, babe, I will take this off TikTok and we will go to Instagram with it. Okay? I will go to Twitter with it. I will go to ever social. Listen, babe. Who are you playing with?
Bro, don't worry.
Don't text my phone. Don't text. Excuse me?
Bro, I don't know you, bro.
Stop fucking playing. Listen, at the end of the day, I promise you, on my life, on my fucking life, on everything in my life. All you had to do was shut the fuck up. All you had to do, you keep on fucking playing with me over and over and over and over and over and over again. You're gonna fucking learn. I promise you. Because I'm gonna fucking teach you. I promise I'm going to teach you, bitch.
Oh, we. Now, I'm gonna let you get it cracking on this one first, John. Do you think this is a clout chase, or do you think that she was really, really on something different? You tap in and let me know.
Man, the audio, I could not hear.
You can hear it. Look,
No,
if you go, basically what it is she just came to the internet saying that he's threatening to take her page, because she's been dealing with him for 5 years, and so I feel like this is just the internet at the final moment. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to get her fame on the way out. Because we've always seen this with time and time again with rappers, even R&B singers at this point. So do you
what she
feel
said,
like
like take her Instagram page?
yeah, he was gonna get lawyers involved to take her Instagram page down.
You want my honest opinion?
Talk to him.
Who the fuck cares? Like, that you been eating dick for 5 years. Who cares about you? And then he probably been eating ass for 5 years. Don't nobody care. Listen, these rich niggas are the biggest simps in the world. Like, he buying his whole purses to do with it, to slut eye. She getting Birkins to get pissed on. Like, all these motherfuckers, fuck them too. Let them do what they do. Let them expose each other. Everybody know they nasty anyway.
You know, but it brings me to this. Uh and this is crazy. I feel like at this point of where we are in our society, this is the new norm. Like I feel like in relationships nowadays, people cannot tend to just stay away from the internet. It's like they got to run to the internet first and got to make an excuse and say why they're innocent to get the world on their side. I'm like, if you chose this person at the end of the day, what's the problem with just saying, hey, respectfully, we didn't work out, da 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 da, we move on, we shake hands, and that's it. It seems like that has become the normal. Because here's my thing to me. If you run into the internet to expose anything or everything about your relationship, then it makes you look foolish because at the end of the day, you chose them.
Motherfuckers be needing validation. My bad, professor. They be needing validation. I don't know. But if I decide to mess with a hoe, I love that hoe.
But I want to say this though, John. This 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 era that we in right now, I think it constitutes for a recipe for disaster because we know that people live on the internet, and I think that you can play a very dangerous game because what we see nowadays, men being accused now more than ever of, and I'm saying this, when a relationship's good, everything's all gravy, da 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 da, no complaints, you're taking pictures, y'all taking snapshots, everything's cool. The moment that the relationship ends, this person is negative. You go to the internet, start accusing them. They're either drunk or verbally abusive, physically abusive. It's like, come on now. Every man in this world cannot be physically abusive. Every man in this world cannot be disrespectful to a certain extent, bro. Every man is not looking to end a relationship to where it ends up on the fucking news. Come on, bro. Let's be for real. You know what I'm saying? That's only our culture, and it's starting to get to me because I'm like, okay, so after you expose them and then you found out to be a liar, what's next?
I ain't gonna say just our culture when it comes to that. I'm gonna say that's Western women.
You say just here in America.
Yeah, Western women. That's because they half of them are fooled by what reality is.
I think.
Like
Go ahead.
everybody want this 8-figure making man. It ain't nothing but like 10 of them in the whole world. I don't know, but we'll say that one for a different topic for a different day.
Well, I want to say this, and this is just me, just looking at both sides of the spectrum, right? You get into the relationship, what's the purpose first and foremost? You get into a relationship to go higher, not to go lower, right? And
Right?
even if you do hit a rough patch, there are things that can be fixable. And I think within our society and our culture, I think when we go low, we always want to just go ahead and blow it up. I don't think we actually can sit down and articulate ourselves and really listen to understand. That's something that me and my friend of mine Tim and Black talk about all the time about understanding. See, if you listen and to understand, then the responses may not be negative if you don't have a receptive mind to be negative. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you're never too old to be told anything. And if a man is trying to tell you something, he's really trying to sometimes protect you from yourself. Same thing with a woman. Sometimes she's strong in areas that you may be weak in. And then what she does is she says, hey, babe, no disrespect. I know you a man. I'm not trying to take your manhood from you, but I really wish you would just actually check out my views and see it my way a little bit and see if that can enhance you better as a man. And I
Right.
think with two people on both sides, if you do not know how to understand, you're definitely going to fail at communication. But that's just me.
Now you gotta think about it. Ain't no more. Just look over the past 10 years. Ain't nobody black getting married no more. You probably have like what 3 marriages on your feed on your social media feed a year at
Hmm.
most. Compared to when before social media, just think about in the hood, such and such was getting married, such and such got married. Your homie from school was getting married. Think about how many weddings you was in your 20s.
That's real. And I can take a step back and say this too. Had I made a better choice, I might have had an easier life with a woman. Sometimes with the women, if they would have made some good choices, they may have had a softer life. So I think until we can admit and look in the mirror and say that the people that we did choose, we like, as opposed to who was good to us and good for us. And what I'm saying is to nourish our spirit and to nourish our souls. I think that's where we got caught up in the matrix. You know what I'm saying? And let's be frank, honest. When the pussy's good, a lot of times everything else goes out the window for the time being.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? We all been like that. Same thing with the females. When the dick is good, you know what I'm saying? A lot of times you'll say, hey, I'll cross that bridge when we get there.
then 10 years have passed. Now you're old and washed up.
And let me say this. I had to learn this. I had to learn to take a step down and take a step back. And what I'm saying is when I say step down from my ego and then also take a step in reality to say, hey, step back. Let me look outside myself and see what I'm saying, what I'm doing, how I'm communicating. Because if I don't understand how I'm communicating, I'm always gonna think I'm fine. I'm always gonna think I'm cool. I'm always gonna think that I'm in complete control. And I want to bring somebody up to the front of the congregation. Shout out to my boy. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my boy. He up here too,
Real
Tim.
quick,
What's
man.
happening? What's happening?
Yeah, I got a little hot chicken, man.
Yeah.
Say, I don't know you, man. Say, one thing about Future, man. Future gonna keep us with an anthem, man. Shit, hey, from I'm good, love, and joy. Now we got I don't know you, man. Say, man, that bitch out of line, man. That's all I'm gonna say, man.
You say, yeah.
She down bad, man. She tried to jam that nigga up, try to call him on speaker and record. He did right. You know what I'm saying? Whether he knew it, he didn't know it. Say, man, if it don't apply, let it fly, man. Avoid them hoes, man. We
Man.
ain't giving them no light. All that shit, hey, man, you know you're a side bitch. Stay in the side bitch place, man. Don't try to come to the forefront, man. Leave that alone, man.
I would say this in that situation. I think she had bad intentions from the get go, and let me show you why. I'm follow me when I say this. When you look at what's her name, Jordan over there at what was that at Fox Sports Network, she already knew
Right.
what she was getting into, and then had a backup plan for that. When you look at this situation with Future, you rocked out, everything was cool. You had a backup plan for that. The list goes on. You know what I'm saying? As far as people that are in these high positions, they always try to find a way to go up. And just in
Hey, how
case
y'all
when
getting
shit
the
hits the
info over
fan,
here?
they go back.
They changed it, huh?
And I think that's
Oh,
where we at.
they got your password? Nah, I ain't got no password over here. I got.
So I think that right there plays a huge major thing when it comes to us as a whole, right? Because John, you know what I'm saying, you in a position, somebody might try to get at you and with the right intentions. Hold on, let me um and then they might try to holler at you or whatever, but they coming with the bad intentions. You know what I'm saying, Tim? You know what I'm saying? You in position. You got a lot of things that you can lose. I'm in a position. I got a lot of things that I can lose. It only takes it takes one situation for it to fold and go bad. And guess who's gonna take the brunt of that? Me.
That's right.
Yeah.
Gotta
You.
protect the head.
Which, I mean, any situation involving, the hoes and shit with Future, nothing can really tarnish his image because he already looked at what they call like an ain't shit nigga. You know what I'm saying? He got a bunch of keys. Uh, the way Russ stepping up with his kid, like everything, the way everything look already, like this really comical. Like I don't even know what she was gonna try to prove about him anyway, because I mean, we all love, we look at Future like a player ass nigga, like you know what I'm saying? So what was you trying to gain out of this? Like outing him on the internet, like it's really lame and it's corny, man. I be hating to see them hoes even go that route. Cause it's like, man, now what? All right, you let all these hoes know we fuck around. Now what? These hoes still gonna flock to me. I'm still a millionaire. I still got the coldest jury game. I'm gonna drop a hit song. Now I'm gonna use this punchline in a song because guess what? I don't know you, man.
Man, I gotta give you some respect on
Hey,
that one. And that's just a different perspective. Listen, if y'all think different, if y'all on the line, man, listen to me. I'm gonna drop it in the A. If you want to speak on it and you feel the beg to differ on this, man, please step in. Ladies, if y'all want to rebuttal, hey man, listen, this is the place for it. We can have an intelligent conversation. It's available in the chat. Now I want to say this too. When we look at men of power, it seems like there's never a clear basis for women to fuck with them on a pure intention. I'm talking about a good intention. It's always back in to fuck them over when the relationship is over. But my thing is, if you can go this hard to expose somebody, what could you have done in the relationship or whatever the situationship to make it better? I mean,
Facts. Facts.
come
And
on,
one
bro.
one thing about it, once everything just go crazy, they got that one trump card, and that's to take it to the internet and blah blah blah. So, hey, but on a side note, I hope everybody safe. It was just a big shootout at the address, man. 5 people got shot. Man. So, hey, I
Damn.
hope everybody doing all right out there, man. It's spooky, man. Y'all be careful out there.
Now you see what I'm saying? Going out to have a good time, egos, alcohol, you know what I'm saying? And women 9 times out of 10 are the cause to a lot of these situations. So I hope everybody is safe out there, man. And you know what I'm saying, man. Much love and much respect to everybody. Hope that they, you know what I'm saying, are okay at the address, man. For real. Now, I want to bring this up, and it's so funny. And this is what I want to talk about. Speaking about the future situation, why are breakups on the internet the norm? When it comes to black men in relationships, they always have to publicly end bad on the internet. Is this a trend, or that will continue or end very soon?
What?
Hold on, you broke up. Hold on, now you starting to break up.
You said the trend of breaking.
I say the breakups is like on the internet a norm. I say is this a trend that will continue or end very soon? He must be in a bad spot, so I'm gonna bring him up in just a second. Now I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. There are people that are on the net, right? You know what I'm saying? Which we know what's going on in the city of Houston. We already know exactly what's going on. We see the conflict, we see the drama. But at the end of the day, do you really care enough to see somebody get hurt? You know what I'm saying? Do you really care enough to see somebody not get hurt? Can you pull them to the side? I'm talking about friends, family, or anybody that has their best interests at heart. And the reason why I say this is because I went through a process like this when it comes to the internet and all that. Running to the internet ain't what's up. At the end of the day, if you can run to the internet, you can run to the person. If you can run to the internet, you can run and fix that problem. If you can run to the internet, you can actually go to that person and directly express yourself how you feel. You've seen me have conversations. You know what I'm saying? You've seen me with one of the most public relationships out here when it comes to Dame and Minnie. And you've seen that I've sat down and had conversations, positive conversations. It's never negative, because sometimes you have to be a mediator of a person that can give a different perspective. Because when two people are butting heads, I feel what I feel what I feel. You got to sometimes say, like I say, step down, step back, and look at your actions. Look at the situation at hand. Can it be solved? Can it be resolved? Because 9 times out of 10, whatever you feeling at that moment, it's not bigger than the program, and the bigger in the program is the relationship. So if you can sit there and you can go to the internet and you can run and say a whole bunch of negative bullshit, you can definitely run to your significant other and tell them a lot of positive shit, man. So I want to say this too, and this has become a trend. If there's a normally when it comes to the internet, there's always an automatic picking of the sides. Now I want to show y'all something, and I want to educate y'all on something too. If you ever look at some of your most prolific, hold on, let me see. I see some comments coming in here. Ronald at Indian Lake, he says it's the new normal. And then he says, most people's friends these days are online. Most people today only have 3 or 4 real friends. That's why people feel compelled to air their laundry online. And I want to say this too. When you look at relationships and how they're supposed to go about with each other, just in connection, if you look at the algorithm, I'm going to show you something. The algorithm puts certain individuals and certain people together. If you look at neighborhood talk, when you look at all the gossip pages, when you look at all of them, and guess what? I could stand the test of time and debate with any of them and destroy them. And I put money up on this. They particularly with the algorithm connect certain people with certain things. So as it feeds your feed, it feeds your psyche. And once it feeds your psyche, all of these whatever scenarios that are played out and different things like that, you start thinking this actually into fruition with your spouse. It could be man to woman, woman to man, or whatever. And when you start seeing that, you'll start looking at those scenarios start to embark upon your relationship. And we've seen this time and time again with people across the board, right? So I've seen people that have watched Love Hip Hop and that shit starts to enter their household. Make no mistake about it. I'm not bullshitting with you here. A lot of times people go to these T pages and shit and implement that same bullshit in their household. The beautiful lies. When you look at a person, and I can call names because I personally don't give a fuck. When you look at Derek Jackson that got 1.2 million followers that particularly lied to black women, and I'm talking about sized them up, lied to them, sold them things. And I want to show y'all something. In a black man and a black woman's pain, there's profit. And we're always looking for answers. But the moment thing that here's the sweet part about that. A lot of time we looking for answers, but we ain't looking for the motherfucking truth. I'm going to repeat that again. A lot of people are looking for answers, but they are not looking for the truth. And let me tell you something. Like I say, conversation rules the nation, but it can also rule the situation. When you see people always going to give the version that makes them and their friends connect. When you see it on the internet, those same emotions connect to those same people in that algorithm. So people choose sides. People pick sides. All the time when everybody thought it was Bobby, it was Whitney. Make no mistake about it. And let me tell you what happens with that. You're supposed to have a balance between men and women, right? We're supposed to balance each other out. When a person on one side, especially within our culture of our women who have not been raised with dads, you know what I'm saying? A daddy is a father that wants to show you exactly the way you should think, the way you should carry yourself, the way that you should be receptive to certain things that will nourish you as a woman. Yes, as a woman, you can be nourished. And I'm talking vice versa too. When you understand this concept of relating in the relationship, then it connects you and bonds you and you build nostalgia. That's what's not happening in relationships. They're not building nostalgia because the people are already coming at 22%, 16%, 33%, matching with people that's 99, 100% ready to take off like starships on Bankhead. And then what ends up happening, they end up starting to sabotage, bring out negative things, and already casting aspersions and negative energy on the person that's already trained to go. And you live in fear because you don't want to see him with nobody else, but then you also want to go along for the ride too. That's why I tell you, you have to step back. You have to step down and step back and look at your actions. If you in your lifetime have not established a decent relationship to where it ended respectfully, then it says a lot about your character. It says a lot about your purpose, and it definitely says a lot about what your intentions are. There should be a man that is not trying to have sex with you, or a woman that you're not trying to have sex with, that you can actually understand and have a certain level of consciousness to say, hey man, you wrong. Hey man, look out, man, you need to do better. Hey man, I'm gonna hold you accountable. Hey man, that word right there, that word is the most dangerous word in our culture because nobody wants to be held accountable. In the moment that you don't understand that when you're not held accountable, the delusion will set in on your life. You will end up fucked up to the point where nobody will want to deal with you. And I've said this on the last episode, and you think I'm bullshitting. If you fucked over people, man or woman, that first part of your life, you fucked over everybody and you ain't got nobody in your corner. The second part of your life will not be worth living. Who's in your corner to make you better? Who's in your corner to say, hey, man, look out, man, you fucking up. You need to get your situation better. Hey, man, you need to tighten that shit up, bro. Your screws is loose. Your slip is hanging, sweetie. Hey, sister girl, hey, man, I know you feel yourself and this and this and that, but I think you need to actually come down back to planet Earth. I know that you've made these amazing accomplishments, but you failing over here, you lacking over here. And I'm telling you as a friend, how many people do we have in our late 30s and 40s that really want to deal with us? How many times have we even went to our spouse or our significant other and asked them, am I making you happy? Am I doing and fulfilling all the needs that I need to do? Most people will never ask that question. You know why? Because they know within their hardest of hearts, they ain't putting in 100%. Ronald at Indian Lake, he's saying it. Algorithms are running the world. Techno-feudalism, absolutely. They trying to keep us poor and stupid. You have to realize it and turn it into your favor. Algorithms are designed to create division. If you look at anything right now on the internet, let something negative come out. You'll see most women side with it. Most men will come in with the logic. Most men will be crucified for it. See, here's the thing. When somebody tells me something, I just don't believe what a person tells me. Nah, I like to know the facts. I need to know exactly not just the facts, but the details. I need to know the time. I need to know the place. I need to know the energy. I need to know if you can understand things. I need to know if you're receptive to things. I need to know if you got a bad attitude. I need to know exactly who you are as a person before I make a sound decision on anything. Point blank, period. And if you don't understand that that comes into play with a relationship, then you don't need to be in one, point blank, period. Saying it at the bottom of the screen, we need friends that care enough to tell you hard truths. Here's what you got to understand. The truth is supposed to make you ticked off, but it's supposed to enter your spirit. If you have the concept of shame in your heart, if you got the concept of humility in your heart, then it's going to change you to want to be a better person. We can sit here and look at the generations. If you think I'm lying, I want to show you something. This graduation is getting ready to come up in May. I want y'all to look at this. I want you to go to some of these graduations. I want you to see how many fathers are in that stand, how many great grandfathers are in that stand. I want you to go to these churches. I want you to see how many women are in there, how many family versus families in there. Something's not right. If you go into church and you have all this spirituality, God damn it, then things that people tell you to make you better, you should be using your discernment to make you a better person. I'm going to tell you the truth about myself so you'll understand what I'm talking about. I'm 40 now. I done literally got my inner circle of who I need to. And let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. My mother and father. My mother and father are no longer together. Make no mistake about it. But they respect each other. You know why? Because we were all on the phone together, having a great conversation, having some positive energy, reflecting on nothing but the good times. That's maturity. That's what we're lacking in our culture too, is a certain level of maturity. Because if you can sit down, have a conversation about being together, when things go awry, you can sit down and end things amicably. Make no mistake about it. It all has to do with maturity. And guess what? If you really have to go out of your way to hurt somebody, then guess what? You've been hurt all damn long yourself. But I want to say this. I want to say shout out to the people that's healing. For real. Shout out to the people that's healing. Shout out to the people that's really out here trying to make some things shake with the person that they love and care about. Check this out. You know what I'm saying? A man should be equally yoked with his woman. Absolutely. And then also, she said there is no time to play. Absolutely. Listen to me. If you in your 30s and 40s, you don't have time to have an attitude. You need to be getting your mind right. You need to be getting your spirit right. You really need to be getting your funeral plans right. And you need to be starting to come into your financial foundation in order for you to become a better person. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about divorce likewise, you know what I'm saying? But that's okay. And hurt people, absolutely. Hurt people all the time. Let me tell you something. There have been so many people that I've been friends with. The moment I told them the truth, the friendship was over. If the truth doesn't hit your heart and hit your spirit, then it's time to start reevaluating some things about your life. And I'm talking male and female. Let me tell you something. Let me give you a perfect example of that. A lot of times we'll go to our family, but you know why? Because our family is side with us. You know why? And you can manipulate that. You can manipulate that into an effect of for them to think that you're always right and the other person is wrong. But when you don't have anybody that's married that has about 30, 40 years of experience, they'll let you know that they've experienced all that bullshit. If you try to manipulate your parents, your mother and father, what the hell make you think that you won't try to manipulate your other family members to make sure that you're on the right side of whatever argument? Hey, I just tried to talk to him and everything. No. Don't come like that. Come the real way. See, I like to seek through the bullshit because at the end of the day, you're not gonna waste my time trying to claim that you're innocent when I know that there's three sides to the story: your side, his side, and the truth. His side, your side, and the truth. And that's something that needs to be examined. Because guess what? You can have a whole family, a set of family members mad at this particular man or mad at this particular woman, knowing that she was innocent the whole time. But what do? We go within this sad face. We put on these tears. We try to manipulate the situation, leaving out things. And guess what? Leaving out certain details is just like lying. The main ingredient of conversation is details. Make no mistake about it. And guess what? When we feel like we're right in the situation, we'll make everything about that next person wrong. And when you got the internet and you got your family on your side, you definitely in a recipe for disaster. So Ronald says, I quit Facebook because I found that I wasn't able to get close to anyone. Most people online only want surface relationships. I was bored because I enjoy mixing ideas. Absolutely, man. Listen, and then also in having a, oh yeah. Oh man, come on now. You hitting home. Listen to me. If you're addicted to more of the drama, listen to me. If you're addicted more to the drama than anything, then you have a problem. And I want to say this. I want you to understand, and I want you to look this up. I want you to look up this what I'm about to explain to you, this thing called epigenetics. Epigenetics plays a significant role in who you are as a person. It was your genetic makeup, your DNA. It also tells you in the long-lasting effects of epigenetics. If a baby is in the womb and it grows up in a loud, chaotic, I'm talking about drama-filled environment, 9 times out of 10, that child is going to come out the same way. Understand, drugs, all of these things that people have come from, these are the secrets that are hidden within the people. Do they want to find love? Yes. Do they want to find peace? Yes. But some of them have something in them and they don't know why. It's scientific. If you break this down, when you talk about epigenetics, it's the scientific version of what spirituality is. If you understand who you are as a person and you understand and have knowledge of self and you look at your environment and what you come from, you can understand and be able to differentiate where you want to go and where you need to be. And when you have a certain level of chaos in your life, that will play out in your significant other's life too. So when you understand when you're trauma filled, they're trauma filled, it's going to be a recipe for disaster until you go isolate yourself. I'm saying isolate yourself to where you can actually understand some of your problems, some of your misnomers, some of your misunderstandings, some of the things that make you who you are. You're going to continually bump heads. You're going to continually fail at relationships. You're going to continually put yourself at a disadvantage. And then here comes the coping mechanisms. You start drinking. You don't want to go to sleep. You always on the go. You always want to keep yourself busy. And you never slow down to look yourself in the mirror to want to become a better person. You got friends like that. You got friends that never want to sleep. They always want to go out. They always want to drink. They always want to party. They always the third wheel. They always, girl, let's go get something to eat. Girl, let's go do this. Let's go do that. And they never take a moment to sit down. That's a dangerous thing, because guess what comes into play? The delusion starts to set in. And once that delusion starts to set in, you'll start thinking that you're God's greatest gift to mankind, or you're God's greatest gift to women. And this is where we are in our society. Nobody can do wrong. Everything that we do consciously is always right. And if you think that you're always right, guess what? You got another problem on your hands. Own your relationship, keep people out of your business. Absolutely. Know who you are first. That is true. And then right here, product of your environment. Look at your environment. See if you don't relate to half the people in your family. See if you're trying to discuss ideas that will elevate the family. See who rains down on your parade. And let me tell you something. And this is real. We about to get real right here. And I want to break this down. Sometimes you can have your very parents want you to be successful, but they don't want you to be more successful than them. Let me tell you something. I want to bring this around. Sometimes your parents can sabotage your relationships and say negative things because they need some company in their older age. That goes back to the old saying, misery loves company. My mother told me and looked me in my face and told me straight up, son, I don't give a damn if anything that's holding you down and not letting you reach your full potential, let it go. Even if it's me, let it go. Brother, let it go. Children, let it go. At the end of the day, man, you are destined for greatness, and don't let nobody ever stop and interrupt your flow. And let me tell you something. We got a lot of fathers who are manipulating their sons, a lot of mothers that are manipulating their daughters, trying to trick them and say that, hey, man, I tried to sacrifice and gave you the best life. No, I'm not going to go on your word. It's better to go into details, because now what I've seen now, more broken brothers and sisters than I ever have before. And you know why? Because I've seen so many people saying, I got to take care of my family. No, you don't. Let me tell you something. Your parents owe you a world of living. You don't owe them a way of living. At the end of the day, they should be self-sufficient. There should not be a guilt trip to make you take care of your parents. They should have done everything that they did, like my mother and father did, to take care of their business, take care of their chicken, take care of their well-being, take care of their household, take care of their house. That's the way it's supposed to go. I'm not supposed to be actually going and stressing and going crazy and stressing the fuck out behind something that they didn't take care in their past, because they were banking on me to be successful, banking on me to be great so that I could take care of the back end. Understand, I make no mistake, and I'm not trying to take no shots at parents, but this is something that has to be a truth. There are a lot of people right now in fucked up relationships because of their parents, because they was literally banking on them being their financial obligation. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. When my son goes to college and goes to play football and basketball, when she becomes that lawyer, yeah, that's my retirement plan. My child. It's not supposed to go that way. You heard Gilly the Kid talk about that on Club Shay Shay. I've been saying this for years. The responsibility of who you are as an adult is solely upon you. Whatever, here's the kicker of it, so you'll understand. Your parents ain't gonna be able to provide you everything. Not everything. But here's the thing: when you kick in as an adult, you're supposed to be able to fill in the blanks. say, turn your children loose. I was never coddled. I came out of a half country, half military environment. And then make no mistake about it. My mom was hard and my father's hard too. My great grandfather was hard. He was military. My uncle was military. So it was a whole bunch of discipline and structure. And make no mistake about it. Yeah, I had my situations and I've had my dramas or whatever, but it was never out of the line and it was never out of the arc of protection that my family couldn't provide for me. And that's what we got to start looking at. I want you to understand, and I'm saying this, and I want to be very detailed, is to understand your comings and goings with your family situation, but understand that you are destined for greatness and understand that if you are going to change the next generation, then my expectations to you, and I'm asking, nah, screw that, I'm telling you, make sure that you have a plan and make sure that you're able to bring others that see your growth, see your development, see you actually going for all of what you think that you could do within your life and your dreams and your aspirations. Latch on to those in your family, not the ones that scoff at your plans, not the ones that look down on you, not the ones that see you trying to do better and think that you're trying to be better than them. One of the most fucked up things, and I want to talk about this, and I'm going to let this go at the end of this. We literally can sit in our culture, have a kid, do some fucked up shit, go to jail. We'll spend the money to bail them out. Spend the money. Generational wealth gone to a person that made bad fucking choices, right? What we'll do, send them out for the going home party. When they come home from prison or whatever the fuck it is, they get the clothes, finest clothes, shoes, women, finest weed, put cash in his pocket or her pocket, and they send them off. Celebration, knowing that they could possibly do the shit again. They look at jail as a fucking just a ghetto vacation trip, right? Don't do nothing, stay stagnated. But then the same person to be in that same family, go off from high school, graduate, go to college, handle their business, make the sacrifices, holes in their shoes, ate noodles, did everything, didn't break away, didn't stray away from the teachings of their parents, right? They come home, graduate, magna cum laude, highest honors. They come back and say, hey guys, I made it, man. I did everything, man. I'm going to put everybody on. And everybody will look at them like, congratulations, you made it, bro. That's cool. But you won't even put a goddamn dollar or a dime in their pocket. Dr. Amos talked about us being twisted out of our minds. And this is exactly where we are in our society. So I challenge y'all on this night, and it relates to this message. Don't go to the internet to bash somebody. Go to the internet to empower somebody. I challenge y'all to do that. I challenge y'all with the situation that y'all know that's going on besides the future and shit that's going on in the city of Houston. I ask you and I challenge y'all to pull them two to a side and tell those two ladies, hey, look out, man. Y'all got kids, y'all got children. Settle in, man. Take care of y'all business. Stay out the way. Empower each other. Love each other. Hey, man, the situation could be a far lot worse, but at the end of the day, we got to focus on being the best we can be for our kids, because when they grow up, they're going to be expecting something. And when I say expecting something, your wisdom, your expertise, your knowledge, and everything to put them in the best position possible. So I challenge y'all, man. But yeah, that was just a little something, man. I'm glad y'all joined me tonight. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all. I want to say this, if you get a chance, you know what I'm saying? Listen to me. Creole Brat mixtape is streaming on all streaming platforms. Go run them streams up. She's got a great positive vibe, and also her music's awesome. I also want to say Hotboy Dame album dropping next month. That's gonna be fire. Y'all go check that out too. But I also wanted to say that with all this toxicity going on, I want to end tonight's show with something positive, with none other than a song by Hotboy Dame. It's called Toxic Lovers. Look, I want to thank y'all for joining me tonight. Listen, we got so much on the next episode to talk about. We're gonna rock out. You know what I'm saying? I got a new subscriber, you know what I'm saying? Listen, I got to send him some love too, you know what I'm saying? But listen, let this right here be something that you can sit down at the table and have a conversation with. Listen, go with your kids or whoever. Be able to use this as a tool to have a conversation with people. You know what I'm saying? You got friends that need it. You got family members that need it. And most of all, you might need it too. So without further ado, man, check out this song and we ended tonight's show. Listen, it's called Toxic Lovers. I hope y'all enjoy the song because I like the song and it's a good vibe. You know what I'm saying? I want to bring a good vibe to this, man. Listen, like, subscribe, and share, you know what I'm saying, to one of the hottest podcasts out. You know what I'm saying? We are the new media. We are educating. We are breaking down different things that are going on in the psychological analysis of what we do on our daily basis as far as Black culture, man. Salute to y'all, man. Check this track out, Toxic Lovers, and enjoy y'all night. Until the next time, we definitely gonna yap about it.
Jody Richard.
Yeah. Say, babe, I can't see him coming down my eyes, so I gotta make this song cry. Got the world looking at a nigga and shit. You understand? Hey, when I first met you, them tattoos and pretty eyes, girl, you so precious. I manifest you in my life, girl, you so special. I seen the pain up in your eyes, I just wanna help you. Anyway, how you doing? What's the things you like? Why you rolling your eyes at me? You know I'm your type. But I'm serious though, I see this gon' be a fight. Put my number up in your phone, girl, I'ma change your life.
Do I ever cross your mind? Why does love gotta be so toxic, girl? Do you ever wake up reaching out for me? We be fucking, arguing, fighting, girl. Do I ever cross your mind? And I'ma lose it if I lose you, girl. I need you. Whatever me you.
Now I got you in my arms, now I ain't going crazy. I pack my shit, then I be back, and we be going crazy. See pages, keep us posted, we going viral, baby. What's understood, don't need explaining, keep them people thinking. For real. I hate how you be acting, baby, when you drinking. Why you acting like you single, girl, you know you take it. I'm tired of the fighting and the window breaking. You the most prettiest thing in the city, little baby, that's why they hating. Dry your eyes, baby girl, you need real love. I know you been through a lot in your past, you need a real hug. Fuck them other niggas, girl, you need a real thug. You got all them hoes, hey, they throwing real slug. Let them hate, baby.
Do I ever cross your mind? Why does love gotta be so toxic, girl? Do you ever wake up reaching out for me? We be fucking, arguing, fighting, girl.